PSP Network. It's game day.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Wondering whether you need wealth management? Wealth management is a multifaceted offering that should provide opportunities for growth and security. At BNC National Bank, we pride ourselves on putting your priorities first and providing practical, objective financial advice. Our team can help you assess your goals and take stock of your assets to determine whether wealth management is right for you. Speak to a member of our team today to learn more.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
When it comes to your car, you need someone you can trust. Someone who cares about your safety, your budget, and your peace of mind. At Trusted Tire and Auto, trust is more than just a word. It's at the heart of everything we do. We're a local business, owned and operated by people who live and work in this community. And we believe that by building relationships based on trust and care, we can make our community a better place to live and drive. Trusted Tire and Auto, where trust, care, and community meet on the road.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
There's your look right inside the VFW Sports Center tonight. WDA hockey on the air on the PSP Network. Pleased to be having you join us tonight for the Century Patriots and the Legacy Sabres, a crosstown rivalry matchup. These two teams tied up atop the WDA standings, so somebody will separate themselves tonight. Should be a good one on the PSP Network. Hi again, hockey fans. Alongside Lane Sedeby tonight, Todd Domres welcoming you to our PSP Network broadcast booth. Century 4-2 on the season, Legacy 5-3. There's been some fireworks in the WDA this year, Lane. I mean, the goals being scored are just uncanny right now, and I don't know if that's great offense or just bad defense.
Yeah, I mean, I think time will probably tell. I mean, that's, I think when you look at probably the first, the first half of the season, I think you're trying to figure out, really what you have and stuff that to me, you really need to work on. I feel like, at least when we start, it's always our D zone is the big struggle when you have, if you have new faces. And, I think if you look at, you look at Legacy and you look at Century, they lost some key components on the back end on both groups. So you're throwing new faces in, you're throwing new bodies in there, and I think it takes time to really get your structure down and understand what you're trying to do defensively. I think it'll take time, but they'll figure it out.
Well, and you mentioned the pieces. Obviously, a guy like Max Vig goes on and he's playing junior this year, so he's no longer in the Century lineup. Legacy tonight will be out without one of their assistant captains, Jamison Johnson, out with a concussion, and he's a returning all-state blue liner. And so, hey, man, it's the nature of junior hockey. It's the nature of high school hockey. You got injuries, you got suspensions, you got kids sick. I mean, you're shuffling lines. It's just the nature of the beast.
Yeah, I mean, you really look at these two programs, the two best defensemen, both from each team, both left. So, Martel left and Max left, and I think both those guys are doing obviously great. But I think that's up to obviously the coaching staffs to mix and match and find new chemistry and keep working on their systems. I think that's the big thing. Obviously these two teams are in a good spot right now with where they're at in the WDA, but I think you're trying to get that finished product, and the sooner you can get there, I think it's high school season's a short season, so the sooner you get there, the better.
Yeah, it's. We're almost a third of the way through as you get to Christmas time here. So, yeah, all of a sudden the games will start getting a little more important, probably a little bit more close to the vest and whatnot, as this is our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. They got timely services, 15-minute oil changes in their locations in Minot and Bismarck. You can find them online at VIOC.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame shows. We got a lot to get to. We got the top scorers. We got the tail of the tape tonight. We'll bring you the WDA boys hockey standings. Got a goalie matchup to look at, but first it's our player previews tonight. First, let's take a look at a guy that I wanted to talk to you about, Lane, is the netminder for the Legacy Sabres, the returning All-Stater, Tyler Miller. And you look at his numbers, coming off of a 17-4 season a year ago where he was up in the 94 percentile for save percentage. 86% save percentage, 3-3 record, 3.64 goals against average. I mean, for a guy the caliber of Tyler Miller, is it just a goalie slump that he's kind of going through right now?
Well, I mean, I think it could be a couple things. I think he could be, maybe he's just struggling early on, or I think you probably look at his last game, and I think I don't think he made it through the whole game. So when you look at goalie numbers, anytime I believe he got injured, but I think he gave up 4 and maybe a period. Obviously that hurts your numbers. So I think there's stuff to look that way at it, but I don't think the numbers are where he wants them to be, coming off the year he had last year. And he actually came and tried out for us last year, and I think he's got big plans and wants to move on. But I think that's something where, as a goaltender, I think sometimes you could, you feel like you couldn't stop a beach ball, and sometimes it feels like you can stop everything. So I think that's one of those things where that position is so, it's so mental, and it's between the ears, a lot of it. I would say probably 98% of it's between the ears, and that's what really makes the good goaltenders good, is they're able to figure that out, and they're able to settle in, and they give up a bad goal or whatever it is, they can they can take a drink of water and stop the next one. And I think that's, and I look at a guy that I mentored in Ryan Ferger. Really what a better guy to have on that bench for him to be able to talk through in that position. I think that's a key piece when you really look at it for a goaltender struggling. I think it's hard to talk to a regular coach when they've never played that position and they just, I don't know if I haven't met a coach that doesn't blame the goalie every time, but when you're a goalie and you've played it, it's probably the last guy that you blame. So I think Ryan can really help him and help him get through tough times if that's what he's having.
Well, and it doesn't take much to turn it around. I mean, all of a sudden you eat a couple pucks, and that just mindset will completely change. And Tyler Miller is such a good goalie. We'll see him turn that thing around before very long. Let's take a look now at our player profile for the Century Patriots tonight. Dawson Lentz leads the team with 11 points. Of course, the BHS transfer from a year ago, and just off to a great start. Just a big physical kid that finds himself in front of the net a lot this season, and he's been just burying the puck with frequency.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen him with BHS last couple years, and I think to me he's a guy that's extremely talented, and really, I think when you look at him, he's got all the tools, and I think it's kind of one of those where, for me, you're kind of sitting there and seeing, is he going to put it all together, and he made the move to Century, and I watched the last game that you guys did with Mikey there against Minot, and that game was a little bit crazy, but it seemed like whenever they needed a big goal, he had the answer to it.
Yep.
So I think he's a guy obviously that they lean on, and Charlie up front too. But I think he's a guy that has stepped in and really made some big contributions here early on for Century.
Yeah, Dawson Lentz been putting up big numbers, had the natural hat trick against Minot, and then threw in 2 more assists, so a 5-point night, and then early in the season had a goal and assist against West Fargo, so leads the team with 6 goals, 5 assists, 11 points for the senior forward Dawson Lentz. There's your player profiles tonight. The netminder Tyler Miller and Dawson Lentz for the Century Patriots. A Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame rolls on from the capital city tonight. WDA featured matchup. We'll get to the standings, we'll get to the scorers, we'll get to the goalie matchup, and much more when we come back. Century, Legacy, more after this timeout on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Wondering whether you need wealth management? Wealth management is a multifaceted offering that should provide opportunities for growth and security. At BNC National Bank, we pride ourselves on putting your priorities first and providing practical, objective financial advice. Our team can help you assess your goals and take stock of your assets to determine whether wealth management is right for you. Speak to a member of our team today to learn more.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
When it comes to your car, you need someone you can trust. Someone who cares about your safety, your budget, and your peace of mind. At Trusted Tire and Auto, trust is more than just a word. It's at the heart of everything we do. We're a local business, owned and operated by people who live and work in this community. And we believe that by building relationships based on trust and care, we can make our community a better place to live and drive. Trusted Tire and Auto, where trust, care, and community meet on the road.
Now we're back at the VFW, getting set for WDA boys hockey tonight. Todd Domres alongside Lane Senevy. Of course, Lane, the 14th year head coach for the Bismarck Bobcats, former Bismarck Demon, former Bemidji State Beaver. And hey, I don't think I've seen you since you got your 400th win behind the bench, man. Hey, congratulations.
Yeah, pretty cool. It's crazy how time flies.
If you get that first one, all of a sudden it turns into 400, right?
Yeah, you don't know if you're going to get to... when you take the job, you don't know if you're going to get one, and then you don't know when you're going to get fired. But it's been a lot of fun, that's for sure.
And you got a good club. They're rolling this year so far.
Yeah, it's been really good this year. I feel like we maybe not typical to the last couple of years with our start. You know, probably in one of the better spots we've been in the last probably 3-4 years to have a good first half, and hopefully you can back it up on the second half.
Well, and you've exhibited the ability to have a great second half, and now if you can parlay that first half you're having into a great second half, I mean, now you're in business, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing. Everyone says, well, the last couple of years we had 9 wins at Christmas time. We had 11 wins at Christmas time last year, and the last 2 years we've been the best team in the Central Division in the second half. Well, now we got 18 wins at Christmas time, and it's like, it's great, but you can't fall off, and that's the tough part about that, about our division, and just we just need to maintain that consistency. You do that, and you're going to find yourself in a 1 seed or a 2 seed, and you're going to have home ice. So that's definitely the goal.
It's our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. No appointment needed. Stay in your car for a drive-through oil change. They know you're busy. They'll take care of you. You can find them online at VIOC.com. Century 4-2 on the season. Legacy 5-3. Let's take a look at those WDA boys hockey standings, as there's a logjam up top, folks, as you got Century, Minot, and Legacy all tied with 12 points. Century hasn't lost a conference game. They're unblemished at 4-0. Minot and Legacy right behind at 4-1. Then Dickinson, Jamestown, Hayes, and Beulah in that middle pack. Mandan, Williston, Bismarck, and Botno round out the WDA hockey standings here on December 19th, right before Christmas, as games we're tallying and watching tonight on that BNC Bank scoreboard is 2 games. We got them both on the PSP network. Top 3 teams in WDA playing tonight, and we got it all covered for you on the network tonight. Here, Century and Legacy, and up in Minot, the Demons are in the Magic City to take on the Magi. There's your WDA standings tonight. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape, as here's the numbers. We mentioned the records overall and in the WDA. Both teams number 1 in the WDA right now, as you got the the penalties, they're about even. Maybe let's talk about these X factors for a second. Century, we marked down the X factor as defense, and the X factor for Legacy is, hey, we kind of talked about them already. Can the Sabres, they got the killer bees up front with Beasley and Butts, and they're putting up numbers like nobody else in the state, but can Legacy get Tyler Miller squared away? Has a couple keys to the game tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's, really when you look at it, we touched on it, but, I think you can look at both numbers, and I think we looked at Hoyt, and I think he was around a 4.26, and, I think Tyler was like a 3.64, 3.84, somewhere in there. I mean, when you look at that, and then you look at the save percentage, and they're not giving up 40 shots a game if you're sitting at 86%, right? So, I think that's something that I, have obviously talked with both staffs as I still help Bismarck High out a little bit. But I think they're trying to search for deep pairs, combinations, stuff that works. We touched on it. Martel, Vig, those are two guys that are they're extremely hard to replace in high school hockey. I mean, they're two of the best defensemen in the state last year, and then you probably expect to have those guys back, and everything's all roses. And next thing you know, they're not with your team, so you're kind of searching. And I think that's probably maybe a little more so the case. I know Century lost Kipe too, I believe. Yep. was another one. So you're looking to replace two on Century, and that's really been the kind of the talk is I think their forward group is pretty solid. I think they're trying to find that chemistry through deep pairs and guys that can really defend back there. And when you look at this this game, I think that's a big thing. Are we going to see a 2-1 game, or are you going to see a game that I guess you say you're typical to calling this year, and entertaining for the fans, and see how many we can, maybe a football score.
Yeah, exactly. The 3 games I've done so far this fall, folks, in the early winter, 10 goals, 11 goals, 13 goals. So we may have a couple touchdowns tonight. You just never know. As there's your numbers, brought to you by the Ryan Family Dealerships. Their trusted name for car buyers in Western North Dakota. Shop there in tire inventory at driveryan.com, or visit one of their 5 locations in Minot and Williston. Quick look at the top scorers across the state of North Dakota. These numbers brought to you by ndhighschool.com. A tip of the cap to Bob Gillen, as Drew Beasley leading the state in scoring right now with 22 points. Marcus Butts in that top 5. You got Adam Gainey from Hayes and Beulah in the WDA. Hyder and Jors from Mandan right up there. Dawson Lentz, we mentioned him a moment ago, from Century. No shortage of top scorers in the West right now across the state of North Dakota. And last but not least, Lane, let's talk about the Planet Pizza projected goalie matchup. Not the projected matchup, it is the matchup tonight. Tyler Miller and Hoyt Ubel. We've talked about Tyler quite a bit here, but Hoyt, you mentioned him briefly. 4.29, 86% save percentage. He's a kid that's coming off a 17-9 season where he's 2.24 and 90% save percentage last year. So, hey, much like Miller, Century's looking for Hoyt to kind of shift gears here and kind of get the thing moving in the right direction. Yeah, I mean, I think I would say when you dissect those numbers, I think the one that's, to me, the one that always, I guess, as a former goaltender, is your save percentage. I think that's the one you want that to be 90. If you feel like if you're around 90, you're giving your team a chance every night to win that game. And I think that's something that both these guys are sitting at 86 really, which is to me would be the stat that I would be looking at to try and get that back up to 90. The other thing I will say about these two is you look at this game, and I go back to when I played in these games and rivalry matchups. They're both seniors. They've been here. They have experience. I think that's something you lean on. It'd be one thing if one was a junior, sophomore and struggling. But both these guys have a lot of games under their belt, and to me, it's just it's a matter of time where they really settle in and get their game back. Now there's your goalie matchup tonight, brought to you by Planet Pizza. There's no pizza like it. Call them now at 852-1700. Planet Pizza, serving the Magic City for over 25 years. Quick glance. Oh, look at that. We got Dumb and Dumber in the house tonight? I don't know, but it's... I love it. this week on the PSP Network. Of course, tonight we got all kinds of action. Doubleheader basketball up in Minot, Williston and Minot. We mentioned the Demons taking on the Magi in hockey. That starts at about 7:30. Of course, you got Century Legacy here. Thursday night, girls and boys basketball doubleheader. Dickinson in town to take on Legacy. And Friday night, as we get to the holidays, Jamestown at Minot in girls basketball. There's your upcoming schedule on the PSP Network. You can like and follow us on our social media channels of Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. All right, Lane, we mentioned the Christmas season here. Here's some B-roll video that I got earlier of Candy Cane Lane. Right over in East Bismarck, just off a divide. So my question is the Senevi household, I mean, is it the Griswold family Christmas full of lights, or is it more of maybe Cousin Eddie and the shitters full, I guess, or what, like, where does the Senevi household rank on the Christmas lights conversation?
Well, the good news is Todd, I live right by there.
Oh yeah.
So
you love the traffic?
Yeah, so we can go out and we can go up it, and my daughter's completely happy, and I don't have to put up any Christmas lights. The one thing I will say is, and I can't get over it, but I'm lucky enough when I bought my house, we have vaulted ceilings, and I am a real Christmas tree person, and we have an 11-foot Christmas tree that I try and get the biggest one I can get every year, but something about the smell of Christmas tree that really brings the holidays in, and for me, that's, my daughter wants me to do the whole house and all this stuff, and all I care about is the Christmas tree. But someday maybe I'll get there, because I do love Christmas.
It is a great time of the year, and so it's not an artificial. It's a real Christmas tree every year at the Senevi's.
Well, yeah, I go to Cashman's every year.
Beautiful.
And spend some hard-earned money on a big, beautiful Christmas tree.
Excellent. All right, fans, we are closing in the lineups and the drop of the puck tonight. Have a national anthem break in between here, and this should be a good one tonight. Two teams that have played. This is the 8th all-time meeting between the Century Patriots and the Legacy Sabres. Legacy leads the series 5-2. They split the two matchups last year. Legacy winning 3-0 in the WDA semis, and Century then returned the favor with a 4-3 decision at the state consolation semifinals. So this will be a fun one tonight, as Legacy and Century, they seemingly have found a dislike for each other early on. Let's take a look at the lineups that are being introduced right now. First off, for Century, you're going to have Ben Leduc, Wrigley Astle, and Caden Ronas out there as your left wing, center, and right wing. And then you got Gabe Dawson, Hayden Ritter, that defensive pair, along with the goalie Hoyt Ubel tonight in net for Troy Olson and the Century Patriots. Legacy's the home squad tonight, and their whites outlined in black and gold. And they're going to have the Killer Bees along with Strider McMahon out there. That's Drew Beasley, Marcus Butts, Strider McMahon, that first line, along with their D pair, Gavin Mitzel and Joel Anderson, and Tyler Miller in goalie tonight for Legacy. And their co-head coaches, Wade Davison and Ryan Farragher. We didn't spend too much time talking about Drew Beasley and Marcus Butts, but that's a tandem that is electric right now for the Legacy Sabres.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's, I feel like Drew's kind of developed into that. I think Marcus was kind of there, I felt like, last year. And, we had him out to skate with us before the season. And, I feel like the talk of at least the west side of the state has been Drew Beasley at the start of the year. So I'm excited to watch both those guys play.
Yeah, he's been lighting up the scoreboard as Beasley's had a 6-point night, couple hat tricks. Matter of fact, he's got 3 hat tricks on the season, couple 6-point nights, and a 5-point night for the Legacy Sabres. Anthem break. We'll come back and drop the puck from the VFW tonight. Century, Legacy. You got it next on the PSP Network.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged, the stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride.
Nice rendition of our national anthem tonight. The officials are ready, cheerleaders are ready, fans are ready. Hope you're ready here on the PSP Network. So good to have John Haugen, Aaron Wald running the cameras for us tonight on the network. Todd Domres, Lane Sedevy, Century huddling up around their goaltender, Hoyt Jubel. Legacy converges around their netminder, Tyler Miller, and how do you like our end zone view this year?
Looks good.
Oh, that's a beauty. I think you and I talked about that. One of your favorite places to watch the action is from sitting right back there, right?
Yep. I don't know. Probably the perspective when I played the game, but
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if I'm a fan of where we're sitting now, but I will say it's a different view, and I think everybody has what they like.
All right, here we go. Century, red unis and sweaters tonight. Legacy in the home whites. Century, the visiting team. Legacy, the home team tonight. They'll have the last change. Strider McMahon tries to get it out of the zone. Belted right back in by Ritter. Beasley tries to chip it out. Held in by Gabe Dawson. Now here comes Elliot Hoon. He'll throw it in for Legacy, and the Sabres will chase. Wrigley Astle and Strider McMahon with a puck battle. Ritter has a stick on it. Centering pass out front. Legacy. Joel Anderson now will hold it in. Century will try to wrap it around. Wrigley Astle plays it. Stalemate on the near side wall. Astle gets it off to Hayden Ritter, who's back on the blue line tonight. Been a forward most of the season for Century, but Hayden now a deep air man. First change in the books. Loose puck at center. Isaac Lewis has it momentarily, and now Charlie Vig his first touch, and you're going to get offside whistled. And just early on here on your BNC Bank scoreboard, 15:51 to play, opening period. BNC Bank, your life's busy, and they make managing money easy with locations in North Dakota and Arizona. Visit BNC Bank online at bnc.bank. You always got to kind of remind the guys in these crosstown rivalry games, right, that you're not going to win anything in the first shift.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of a feeling out process here.
Yep. Dietrich Melander skips it over to Sorensen, back to Melander. Comes over to Brubakken, and Century looks to escape, and Charlie Vig just wraps it in. Put it on net. Miller steers that aside. Legacy looks for an outlet, and they get it up ahead, and here comes Johnson wheeling in, shoots wide. And then he's pelted into the boards by Melander. Shot from the right side wall, steered away also by Jubel. Now Vasey pinching in. Instead, here comes Century. Freeling fires, rebound, shoot. Miller save. It's still loose. And finally, somebody fell on it. Good action for the Patriots right in front of Tyler Miller. Freeling had a whack at it. Bryson Hansen in there taking a hammer at it. Tyler Miller up to the task. see if we can get a look at that one early on here in our Ryan Family Dealership replay. Is there you see Hansen getting it up to Freeling, and this first shot I think Miller had a good feel for, and then all of a sudden that puck is loose in the blue paint.
Yeah, a couple good saves though. I mean, that's really when you're struggling as a goaltender, you want to try and get confidence, and that's a good way to get it early.
Hansen misfires, couldn't put it on net. Pinched in now by Century. Duchesne looks to get a stick on it. Century's Hansen wheels it. Gets it off to Freeling, who lost an edge. Back underneath the goal line. Wrapped around by Legacy. Colton Rude plays it out to center. Dumped in by Lucas Vasey, and Nylander back for the Patriots. We'll get it off the wall to Ben Leduc. He churns it out to center. Tap back to center ice by Joel Anderson of Legacy. Legacy's going to miss Jamison Johnson tonight, and on that blue line. He's an all-stater for a reason. He is a good one back there. Legacy looks to get it out. Beasley looking for Butts. Pass tip by the Patriots at center. Bruwakken has a stick on it. Charlie Vig going to carry it in. And he sent it back to Brubakken, but he was not in the zone. That's an offsides on the Patriots. Offside tonight brought to you by our friends at the UPS store located on South Broadway in Minot. UPS store located in the Marketplace Food Plaza for all your packing and shipping needs. Century credited with 2 shots. Legacy does not have a shot on goal quite yet. Vig and Brubakken. They look to center it out to Lentz. Kept in by now in the slots. Brubakken to Vig. Good job walling that off by Legacy. Popped off the glass and played now by Ritter. Century looks for a quick return. Here comes Brubakken. He's got Lentz charging to the net, and a puck rolls right to the doorstep, and it's covered up smartly there by Tyler Miller. Well, Century's haven't had quality chances yet, but they've had the better of the action.
Yeah, maybe a little, I don't know, maybe a little sloppy from both teams. Just feel like, a few passes are off, and I think that's where you're trying to get that. Both teams are trying not to lose the game in the first 5 minutes.
Yep, you can't win it, but you can often lose it in the first couple shifts. Legacy will spin it out of there with Gavin Mitzel. Rude out at center. Vasey walling it off. Freeling and Hansen in there for Century. Well, we got a scrum on the near side, not the half wall, the center wall. As Joel Anderson now steams into the neutral zone. Bumped off the puck. Freeling trying to carry it back for Century. Leduc in for the Patriots. Taken out of there by Legacy. Held in now by Century. Low shot off the side of the cage. Fired out in front right through the blue paint. Century looking for Ronas on the doorstep. Back now behind the nets. Hoon plays it over for Rude. Kept in by Nylander. Century tilted the ice a little bit here early in the first period. Much of the action has been in the zone for Legacy. Duchesne pops it out. Brubakken rifles it right back in. Ronas has to tag up. Played out of there by Colton Duchesne, the sophomore D-man. Legacy looks for a breakout to Butts. Century turns it right back in. Legacy's having a hard time exiting their zone right now. Oh, here comes Strider McMahon. He's popped off the puck. Century up the near side wall. Too far for Brubakken. Mitzel plays it. Brubakken lays some lumber. Easton Mose carries in the defensive zone for Legacy. Legacy can't get it out. Instead, shot redirected in front. Ritter put that on net. Lentz almost deflected it home, right out in front. Steered away by Legacy out of harm's way. Back in front, Charlie Vig. Oh, right in the slot. Vig couldn't get a stick on it. Out to center, and Legacy just relieves some pressure in this icing the night, brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. 25 years experience as your heating and air experts. No other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains Heating and Air. First period action here from the capital city. 10:52 to play in a scoreless first period. Draw to the stick side of Tyler Miller. Comes out of the zone. Sorensen turns it. Taken away by Colton Rude. Johnson in there for Century, and here comes Gavin Freeling. Hoon will collect. Back over to Joel Anderson. Oh, he misfires. Couldn't get it out. Right in the doorstep. Shot wide by Freeling. Melander tries to hold the zone. Instead, it comes back. Hoyt Ubel's just getting bored down here right now for Century Lane. He's going to have to stay occupied. Here comes Aiden Johnson. Check that. That's Marcus Butts, I beg your pardon. And Legacy just kind of questioning. Like they're kind of they got that look and that body language right now. Like, hey, okay, we're just going to regroup. There's not much going our way in the first 7 minutes here, but it doesn't take much to turn that around.
No, I don't think so. I think the zone exit, they're trying to force a lot of pucks through the middle of the ice. And I think if they just, keep it simple and get some, they need to get their forecheck established here.
Here comes Wrigley Astle. Lost the puck. Taken out of there by Strider McMahon. Here comes Beasley and Butts. Beasley shoots high, and a glove save for Hoyt Ubel. I don't think Drew Beasley got as much on that one as he wanted to, as that kind of just fluttered into the catcher's mitt for the netminder Ubel. It doesn't take Beasley much time and space because he's got an electric shot. That one didn't have much velocity behind it. Butts and Vig in the circle. Draw controlled by Century momentarily. And out of the zone it comes. Mitzel collects. Turns. Chops it over to Gabe Dawson. Century plays it to Ritter. Near side now to Brubachen. Back to Dawson. Gabe will just enter the zone for the Patriots. Under 10 to play. First period, we're scoreless on that BNC Bank scoreboard. Legacy comes out with Isaac Lewis. Easton Mose bumped off the puck. Brubachen trying to self-pass. Couldn't do it. Legacy back to Lewis. Here comes Mose. Near side, he's bodied off the puck by Melander. Century, ooh, I could have got a look. I was looking for an arm going up there as Legacy Sabre got twisted down. Held in the zone momentarily. Braxton Hager, nope, check that. That was Deshane. Couldn't hold it in, and Century sends it down. It'll be an icing tonight brought to you by Minot State. Be seen, be heard, be you. 96% of Minot State grads employed or continuing their education. MSU grads get jobs, period. Well, so much for 10 goals, 11 goals, 13 goals.
Hey, you never know.
It
all takes is one.
You never know. Hoon has it at the line. Fires one on net, just goes wide. Collected down deep for Lucas Vasey. That's a kid for Legacy Lane. Hey, we're only 8 games in. Lucas Vasey was a 20-point scorer a year ago. Hasn't gotten a goal or assist this year. Yeah, and that's a kid that you want to get into the column here if you're the Legacy Sabres.
Yep, you need that depth in scoring.
He's centering the third line tonight is Vasey. Century looks backside as Bryson Hanson looking for Freeling. This third line for Century has got some good chances tonight. That's that Hanson, Johnson, Freeling line.
It's a really nice look there.
Come out of the zone is Vasey, the aforementioned. Lucas Vasey. Drew Beasley pinching in. Back out to the line. McMahon had to let Beasley tag up. Century controls in their own end. Harmlessly out to center. Sent back right in by the Legacy Sabres. Ritter will play it. Wrapped right back in by Beasley. Behind the net. Butts overskated it. Had McMahon camping out front. Leduc tries to exit. Ritter will carry it in and now dump it in. Century on a change. Mitzel has some time and space. Wrapped out to Beasley. Onto the stick of Easton Mose. Mose tries to drag through defenders. Good job standing him up there by Century. Brubachen looks for Lentz. Got Vig with him. Good stick there by the Sabres. Couldn't exactly see who that was. Oh yeah, it was Harrison. Check that, Caleb Johnson. Legacies, I mentioned this last broadcast. They got so many Johnsons, anytime I don't know who it is, I just say Johnson. That's the broadcaster best friend there. That's Caleb Johnson, twisting one in front. 3-1 the shots on your BNC Bank scoreboard. And you see that right below the team scores on that interface that we got. Now we get one sent up into the speakers in the rafters here at the VFW. Well, I hadn't really been too many quality chances. Century's had a couple looks, but nothing that you would really say would maybe be grade A.
Yeah, I mean, I think you almost feel like both sides are looking for a spark right now in their game. That's what it feels like.
That's like, what are we already in the holiday season? Everybody's kind of sitting on their hands here.
Too much turkey for Thanksgiving.
Too much turkey, yeah. All right, here comes Legacy. Hoon looking to center it. Now down deep. Played and batted to the corner now. Behind the net. Centered out front. Braxton Miller looking for a teammate. Nobody there. Played now by Ben Garley. Sent back over to Hoon. Got Garley, Vasey with him. Looks in the high slot to Garley. Century pops it out. Anderson almost overskates it. Now it's kept in by Ronas. Ronas will wheel and deal. Centered out front. Shot save. Tyler Miller. As Ben LeDuc right in the slot. Tyler Miller, save number 4. Ronas and Butts will face it off to the glove side of Tyler Miller. Won by Legacy. Ritter pounds it right back in. Wrigley Astle had a stick on it. Ronas overskates it. Wrigley Astle, no, that's save. Now we're hitting some people. Oh, and here comes Beasley. He's got some speed. Going to come to his forehand. Shoot. Score! Doesn't take him much, folks. The state leader in scoring has just given Legacy a lead. Beasley just tallied his 13th goal of the season. Here's a Ryan Family Dealership replay as it was harmless enough. All of a sudden, the puck just pops out, and then Beasley with some speed got around the defense, got it to his forehand, went 5-hole, and beat Hoyt Jubel. Legacy on top 1-0. Get the official announcement here. It's going to be Drew Beasley with the goal. Couldn't tell who had the assist. Beasley from Joel Anderson, 11:27, the time of the goal. BNC Bank scoreboard, Legacy on top 1-0. Beasley right back at it, gets over to Butts, and a wrister from the near side circle, smothered down by Hoyt Jubel. What'd you like about that play by Drew Beasley?
Well, I mean, I think it's just, I think that's we're talking about it was pretty stale for a better part of 10 minutes, but I think you're looking for your top guys to give you a spark, and really all it takes is one play, and next thing you know, maybe they haven't dictated the play, but they find themselves on the right side of the scoreboard right now.
Ooh, right out front. Isaac Lewis had a look at it, sent it wide. Yeah, just kind of pick your spots. Beasley's one of the best. Easton Mose sends it back in deep. Lewis, his legacy, is the most zone time they've had all night. Out to the line to Mitzel. Low shot. Pad save sent far wall by Hoyt Jubel. Freeling couldn't get it on his tape. Oh, now he takes it away. Freeling coming in with Ronas. Tried to center it. Good D play there and a good stick by Joel Anderson. Legacy on top, 1-0 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. 4:10 and counting to play here, first period. Vasey leaves it back for Mitzel. Now back to Vasey on the near wall. Comes in. Ooh. I don't know if that was a good hit or a slip or what, but
he felt it. I know that.
Melander got a piece of Lucas Vasey. Ritter holds it up at center. Turned back in by Century. Wrigley Astle comes in. Played by Hoon. Legacy looks to outlet. Ooh, almost popped onto the stick of Marcus Butts. Now it's a race. Dawson trailing. Butts shoots! And a save by Hoyt Jubel. Gabe Dawson was trailing that play, and he might have got a piece of Butts there. Just didn't let him get that on net. Now Butts patrolling out front, centered by Beasley. Century just tosses it out to center. Well, and all of a sudden, the ice is tilted back the other way.
Little momentum.
Yep.
One play.
Century out front. Shot. Lentz. Oh, big save, Tyler Miller.
You better see a replay on that. I want to know if he got that.
Well, he's getting some congratulations from his teammates as Dawson Lentz on the doorstep. Here's the Ryan Family Dealership replay is held into the zone. There it gets sent over to Dawson Lentz. Oh, I couldn't tell.
It's hard to see.
Hard to see exactly.
If he did, that's a big time save.
By the reaction of his teammates, the way the puck popped up into the netting, it's kind of one of those that it didn't hit the pipe or anything, and Lentz wouldn't have shot it high, so it almost naturally lends itself to Miller must have got a piece of it. Mitzel below the goal line over to Anderson. Legacy has it on the stick of Joel Anderson. Comes out to the line, kept in by Sorensen. Century, a couple new bodies out there. As wheeling through center, here comes Easton Mose. Mose got his stick lifted as he was trying to wrist her in traffic. Charlie Vig cranking back, and he'll shoot and fire high. Stick there by Colton DeShane sends that one into the netting. Hey fans, today's first period brought to you by Roger Ward Moving and Storage, proudly helping the region with your moving and storage needs since 1942. Find them online at rogerwardmovingandstorage.com. Today's game also brought to you in part by Prestwich Orthodontics. Professional treatment and a fun, relaxed atmosphere. You can find them at minotbraces.com. Draw one by the Sabres. Comes over to Beasley. Looking for McMahon. Almost onto the waiting Marcus Butts. Century returns. Brubachen looking for Lentz out front. Sharp angle. Whacking at it is Lentz. Now Brubachen. Now Ronas has it. They try to center it back out front. Played by Lentz. Stalemated on that end line. Out to center to Ritter. Hayden Ritter just pops it back in for the Patriots with 90 seconds to play here, first period. Legacy enjoying a 1-goal lead. Here comes Beasley. Isaac Lewis trailing the play for the Sabres. He's walled up. Now it's in amongst some skates. Comes out on the stick of Caden Ronas. Ronas had it poke checked off his stick. Played by Mose. Here comes Lewis. Oh, good back check there by Century. I don't know if that counts really as a back check. Now it's loose in the slot. Mose couldn't get a stick on that. Century flips it out. And almost a nifty play there by Joel Anderson, but linesman right on the task there. It's going to be offsides on Legacy. Reminder, our Magic Towing intermission report comes up in 46 seconds. Drew Beasley's got the lone tally here in the first period, his state-leading 13th goal of the season. State-leading 23rd point on the season. Freeling powers it in for the Patriots. Johnson in. Ripped from the line by Sorensen. Nylander puts some wood on it. Loose in the circle. Legacy couldn't get it out. Back to Mitzel. Over to Anderson. Anderson just ushers one that dies before an offside. Nylander back for the Patriots to Sorensen. Freeling. Yeah, that's the way the first period will go into the books. Magic Towing brings you our intermission. Remember the number and call Magic Towing when you need a tow. No job too big or too small. It's Magic Towing. Put this number in your phone right now. 701-509-4011. Magic Towing serving western North Dakota. 1-0, Legacy on top in this crosstown capital city clash. Sabres on top 1-0. Our intermission comes up next here on the PSP Network.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about Magic Towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Name it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips.
It's a game changer.
And finally, Agent Smith. He's in charge of restoring your property to its original state.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Now we're back in our second intermission, brought to you by Magic Towing. Man, how about the weather we've been having? Check out this. We got a little clip from earlier tonight, right about sundown. The Missouri River doesn't have any ice on it right now. There's a look at the Memorial Bridge, or the Railroad Bridge, and the construction that's going on there. And got to give a shout out to John Haugen, our camera operator, who caught this video earlier today. Peluso would be salivating right now because he'd be wanting to get out there with his boat.
Yep.
But the weather's been awesome. I mean,
yeah, I mean, the only, you talk about Christmas, and I'm a big Halloween guy, and why does the weather always have to be bad on Halloween? I mean, we get, I feel like we got 2 foot of snow on Halloween, and now it's going to be 50 degrees on Friday, 47 degrees on Friday. Like, what's going on here? This where we live, it just has no idea what it wants to do. And I know everybody's like, oh, it's great, but like, come on, can we not get past like Halloween and like when kids can go out and?
Well, Halloween was cold this year. There's hardly anybody around, and then all of a sudden we get 10 inches of snow, and then it's been nice.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, El Nino. Yeah, exactly. Now we're back at our Magic Towing intermission report. No job too big or too small. It's Magic Towing. Call them at 701-509-4011. Magic Towing, serving Western North Dakota. All right, we'll get to the numbers here in just a second, Lane, but I guess just some initial thoughts from the first period there. A lot of feeling out. Got a few good hits, got a few good saves, and then all of a sudden, the opportunistic Sabres get the puck into the right guy's hands, and he buried one.
Yeah, I felt like there was, felt like it was kind of sloppy earlier on, quite a few turnovers, but, you talk about, I mean, I think if you're Troy Olsen, you go back that period and you're pretty happy with the way you played. I mean, really, the majority of that period, I felt like, Century outplayed Legacy. I think it's just that, we talked about, at the end of the day, you have to know when Marcus Butts and Drew Beasley are on the ice. I mean, they're difference makers, and you look at, rivalry games and big type games, and those guys have a tendency to step up when they need to. And I think you look at the play, and it's a great individual play, but look at the next 2-3 shifts after that. Next thing you know, Legacy's got 2 or 3 good chances. They got momentum, and how fast things can change. So I think that was really the not necessarily you're looking for a goal, but that spark that Legacy was looking for. It felt like Century kind of had that dictating the play for the first probably 12-13 minutes.
Yeah. BNC scoreboard update. The other game we're tracking tonight is there's your standings again. And the other game we're tracking it in that BNC Bank scoreboard, Minot and Bismarck High scoreless after one period up in the Magic City. That's a game that I don't know how many people maybe necessarily thought that would be scoreless after one period, but hey, the Demons playing well in Minot tonight. Here's a look at that upcoming schedule here on the PSP Network. Tonight you got Williston Minot girls and boys basketball. You got the Demons and the Magi on the PSP Network, and of course Century Legacy here Thursday night. Doubleheader basketball action from Legacy as the Midgets are in town, and Friday night girls basketball before the holiday, and then next week we got the Mandan Holiday Tournament as Class B boys basketball action there. Here's a couple highlights from the first period. How about Tyler Miller? He's our player preview tonight. He pitches a shutout after I didn't say it. He did not allow a goal in one period. Hey, it's too early to even give me any grief about that, Lane. But the important thing there was Century had good chances early on, and Miller was up to the task. And then all of a sudden, the Sabres kind of changed the momentum.
I don't think I can talk for the rest of the podcast.
Yeah, come on.
Hey, here's the deal. If he gives up a goal, Todd, you got to go tell him that you jinxed him. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
Because you can say what you want, but us goalies, we are very superstitious, and that word is you don't mention it. But yeah, I mean, I think that's you're looking for confidence. I mean, it's a lonely position. It's I always go back to. I think it's nice that Ryan's on the bench with him there, and everybody in the building knows when you give up a bad goal, and everybody knows when you're playing well. It's usually it's talked about in the paper. I mean, everybody knows. So it's one of those things where you can really fight it, and you can fight it for a long time. So I do think the good goaltenders they can find it between the years, and they come out and they get back to the basics and make sure they're doing the right things, through the course of the week. And you look at early on, he made a couple good saves, and if he got the one it looked like he got it with his paddle or his arm stretching back. It was a really nice play by Century. I mean, if he makes that save, it's so funny how things work, because you make that save as a goaltender, and everything feels like you're going to stop everything, and that's just sometimes how that position works. So. We'll see if the jinx works or it holds up. But
you see, you keep telling me about this goalie jinxing, but it's never actually played out in the games that we've done together. And oh, by the way, you want to talk about goalie karma? I went and talked to Coach Davison and Coach Farragher tonight about who was going to do the pregame interview, and Coach Farragher says right about, I did the last one against Minot, and that didn't work out so good. See? So he's superstitious about stuff like that.
Yeah, goalies we're not weird. We're just a little different.
Just a little different.
Yep.
There's your halftime highlights. There's your numbers. Oh, we didn't get to the numbers. Let's take a look at those. As here's the tally from the first period, brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. Specialized training. Nobody knows your vehicle better than the certified techs at Ryan Family Dealerships. No matter what kind of vehicle you own, you can trust your repairs to Ryan Family Dealerships. One zip or Legacy on top of Century. Patriots outshoot Legacy 10-8 in the opening frame. And Tyler Miller stops all 10 of the shots he sees. Hoyt Jubel gets 7 out of the 8. No power plays, no penalties in that first period. There's your numbers, brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. Take a break. We'll come back. Second period comes up next from the VFW. First intermission, Legacy on your BNC National Bank scoreboard. 1-0 over the Century Patriots. More WDA hockey coming up next here on the PSP Network.
Nobody thinks about personal injury until it happens. But when injury strikes, so will your bills and the turmoil and everything you'll miss out on. It's a mess, and you need someone to help it all make sense. That someone is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We know the territory and the process, and we work smart and hard to get you results. It's easier to get back to normal knowing there's a team behind you. We're the ones the other side doesn't want you to call. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
When it's time to choose your team, you want to pick the best.
I pick Carson Wentz. I pick Hunter Lipke.
Where'd you come from?
I was in football, just like you.
Always choose people you know and trust for your team, like your community bankers at First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
You have built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
The dictionary defines community as a group of people living in the same place or sharing common goals. Community is the largest part of our name, and we make it the largest part of our business. We support our local schools, organizations, youth programs, and local events from Bowman to Bismarck, because we all share a common goal to better the quality of life in our communities. Come bank with us at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your real community bank.
Two teams making their way back on the ice. And while we have a second, there's a look at the Shimoleski Christmas Corner. Well, that's a Christmas tradition in the capital city. If you got kids or you've been over just off a divide in 23rd Street in Bismarck, you've probably seen the Shimoleski Christmas Corner. You can't miss it. That thing lights up like the North Star. There you got the Grinch up on the roof. You got the star. You got the Ferris wheel. It's quite a scene that the Shimoleskis put on every year. Happy holidays, everybody. Merry Christmas. As we should put a headset on him as we got Max Vig to stop by the broadcast booth here. As Drew Beasley tallies the lone goal in the first period. Legacy gets an assist from Joel Anderson. That was at the 11:27 mark of the first period. Sabres lead 1-0. Hey, but I didn't change that graphic out from our basketball contest the other night, so apologize to the hockey aficionados. We are not at halftime. How about intermission? There we go. Much better. All right, set for action. What did Max Vig have to say? I was going to put a headset on him if I had a third one here.
I know, we should have.
Yeah, it would have been awesome.
Well, I had to tell him he had a good tilt. He got in his first fight a couple weeks ago, and it was a good one. He definitely won, so I had to give him some props there.
Beautiful. Legacy right off the puck drop here in the second period in the zone. Mitzel puts it on net. Good save by Hoyt Jubel. There you get Century exchanging some holiday pleasantries with the Sabres, who are closing in on the netminder. So getting a little bit of a Donnybrook, did he?
Yeah, well, I mean, their captain kind of challenged him after the play, and it didn't go well for the other guy. So I'm guessing Mitch was probably pretty excited about that.
Mitch Vig, of course, does a couple games for us on the PSP network as well. Draw on the Century end. Ushered down the zone into the Legacy end, and it's going to be icing on the Patriots. Tonight's icing brought to you by Minot State. 100 areas of study at MSU. You'll earn the degree for the career you desire. MSU grads get jobs, period. 1-0 Legacy here as you get a draw to the glove side of the netminder Hoyt Jubel. Wrigley Astle tangled up on the far wall. Sorensen will track it down, but first Mielander gets a stick on it, out to Leduc. Kept in nicely there by Duchesne. Legacy has some zone time here to start the second stanza. Ronas couldn't get a stick. Back to Sorensen. Oh, now Century almost loses the handle. Sorensen bodied up. Legacy looking out front. Couldn't get it to Caleb Johnson. Now Century just escapes the zone. Hoon will, they say no icing. It got over the goal line, but it was going so slow by then, they just waved it off. Play on. It's been a quiet night for the officiating crew. Hardly any offside calls, icing calls, no penalties.
You feel like one's coming here soon.
Elliot Hoon, they feel like they got to earn their paycheck.
Something's going to happen here. I'm just going to throw it out there.
Then as soon as you get one, then Coach Peluso said, well, then they got those marbles in their pocket, and they move them to the other side to keep them even. That's not really true, is it?
I mean, I think it's happened a time or two. Depends on if you're yelling at them, too.
Sure. That was one of my favorite things that Mike said to me the other day. He's like, there's a shot sent through the blue paint by Duchesne. Now a wrister by Joel Anderson. And no, they say it did not go in the net. It was Mitzel. Anderson can't hold the line. Now Anderson fires one on net. Pad save. Hoyt Jubel. Tyler Liffrick was right on that call. His Century, they can't even get it out of their own end. Now you're going to, that could be 5. That could be a boarding call. As Legacy's going to the box. If you're a Legacy fan, you're just hoping that's roughing or elbowing or something. We're going to get the official announcement here. How about that? I didn't get a replay on that one, Lane, but
it looked like it bounced up and sat right on the goal line. Went over kind of the top of him, I think, right over his blocker side shoulder, and it sat right on the goal line.
Wow. Well, Legacy's Ben Garley's into the box, and he's going to be in for 2 minutes.
Told you there was going to be a penalty called.
Cross check. I was going for referee bingo. I said roughing, interference, elbowing, and then it ends up being cross checking. Oh, now a takeaway. Marcus Butts fires it high and wide, looking for the shorty. 10 shots apiece on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Century with the man advantage. First penalty of the night, and Century can't get out of their own end. And Marcus Butts will just wheel it right down the ice. That's an uninspiring first 20 seconds of the power play. Century can't get out of their own way right now. Ronas will carry in. Ronas sticked off the puck. Mitzel and Anderson rifles it right back down. Hoyt Jubel out of the cage to play it. Gets it back to Charlie Vig. Vig loses it. Shot by Strider McMahon, and Hoyt Jubel closes up the 5-hole. Well, who's on the power play here?
Right.
Century can't get a rush going with the man advantage. This will make your coaching hair go gray, right?
Yeah, you almost feel like sometimes you feel like you should just decline the power play.
Can you decline the penalty? Well, now Century, Brubachen got in his skates. Now Century gets the power play organized. Ritter has it up top. Gets it over to Brubachen. Back to Ritter, one-timer. Goes wide and right on the doorstep. Miller tried to cover it up. Legacy can't get it out of the zone. 20 seconds on the man advantage. One-timer sent out front. Chip shot. Bryson Hansen sends it high. Hansen has it back. Up to the line to Ritter. Ritter, low shot. Hit a skate. Brubachen falls down, and that's going to expire the penalty time. Sharp angle shot high for Dawson Lentz. Garley out of the box, and he will send it down. That's going to be icing on Legacy. Icing brought to you by Planet Pizza tonight. Your mouth and belly will thank you. Try their Blue Buffalo or the plain cheese. 852-1700 Planet Pizza brings you tonight's contest. Legacy has outshot Century 11-10. Second period action, 12:30 to play in the period. Legacy on top 1-0 after I'll call it an uninspiring power play for the Patriots. Kept in by Charlie Vig. Wrigley Astle Pushes it below the goal line to Ronis. Gavin Mitzel plays it for the Sabres. Out to Garley. Garley cross ice for Mose. Mose banged into. Leduc. Good check there by Legacy's Lucas Vasey. Vig as Century bottled up in their own end again. Charlie Vig plays it out to Wrigley Astle. Cross ice to Leduc. Caught up in his skate, and Bendis bangs it into the Legacy zone. Legacy catches Century on a change here as Joel Anderson carries in, shoots, save, Hoyt Jubel. Century looks to get organized on a breakout, and they can't do it. Strider McMahon back for the Sabres. Off the glass, Marcus Butts and Beasley. Here comes the killer Bees. Butts lurking, shoots, blocked, rebound, Butts backhand, oh, just wide. Well, it's been a tale of sections. Century came out flying tonight. Legacy got the goal, and ever since, Legacy's had the better of the action.
Yeah, I mean, I think they got a little spark and they've got some momentum, and yeah, I think you look at it and could have been 2-0.
Yeah.
And then you have a power play and you're looking for momentum, and they didn't really get it. So now we'll see what we get here.
Well, I think that might be Nylander going off for the Patriots.
Can only go so long before we got to get penalties, right?
Well, Century had a man advantage. And now Nylander's going off. And Legacy gets their first power play of the night. Oh, and we've seen the Legacy power play look very, very good on a couple occasions. So if Legacy, let's see if they can, wait a minute, Century trying to make a change, and they don't have last change tonight, so they didn't get the right guys out there in the PK, apparently. As Brubachen was trying to come on the ice, couldn't do it. Draw one by Century, and here comes Ben Leduc, shorthanded. Leduc just trying to burn up some time. Wedges it on the wall. Nylander goes off 2 minutes for holding. Legacy. And Drew Beasley comes wheeling out with Butts. Beasley to Butts, centered. Mose couldn't get a stick on it. Cleared out of there by the Patriots. What'd you see there when you said,
Just kind of a bad change by Century. If they, you know what I mean? They didn't have, obviously, 4 on the ice, so I thought maybe they'd catch him in a bad change.
Aiden Johnson carries in. Legacy sets up the man advantage. Beasley up top to Butts. Back to Beasley. Back to Butts. Couldn't find it. And now you get it played by a high stick by Drew Beasley, and it'll come out of the zone. 1 minute burnt off the power play. Both teams with one power play. The only goal tonight. 11:27 of the first period. Drew Beasley. Face off in the Legacy end. Cleared out of there by the Sabres. Here comes Anderson. Leaves it for Garley. Back to Anderson. He will step into the circle. Legacy, 41 seconds on the man advantage. Anderson down by the goal line. Bodied up there by Charlie Vig. Poked out of there by Legacy. Garley has it at the line. And out of the zone. Good check there by Lentz. Well, Dawson Lentz, good forecheck, as he's just a one-man wrecking crew right now as Lentz tries to toe drag it. Lost his wand. And now you're going to get a penalty. You got a slash on Legacy.
Yep.
That was the yeoman's effort there by one Dawson Lentz. He just ate up about 20 seconds and drew a penalty. As Isaac Lewis will go off. So Century will be 4-on-4 here for 20 seconds, and then the Patriots will have a minute and 40 of a man advantage. Century can't get their guys figured out here. That'll make your coaching hair go gray too, right?
Yeah.
Four on four, no surprise that Century has the Leduc, Vig, Lentz line out there. Legacy will counter with Butts and Beasley and Strider McMahon. These are the guys you want out there in 4-on-4, and now Century, after the 20 seconds of 4-on-4, has the man advantage. Here comes Vig, wheeling in, turning. Vig still with possession, sends it out to the line to Ritter. Ritter, Lentz, cross ice, Vig. Back to Lentz, tipped on front, score! Right on the doorstep. Tic-tac-toe, and Century pops one in with Andrew Brubachen. Couple good cross-ice passes. Tape, tip in.
Yeah, it was a really nice play. I mean, that's the first power play didn't look like that, and that one's how you draw it up. I mean, they went through the seam, found the seam again, and net front guy right off the back pad of Tyler Miller. It's a really nice play.
Couldn't get the Ryan family dealership replay. Caught the tail end of it. Andrew Brubachen.
Well, we can say shutout now. Just giving you a little grief.
8:42 the official time. I just have to take it. Century has tied this baby up. Brubachen from Vig and Lentz. Right out in front, shoot, score! Easton Mose just gave Legacy back the lead. Ryan family dealership replay. Puck down below the goal line. Look at Easton Mose. There is nobody around him, went top shelf. Easton Mose gets his second goal of the season. Century tied it at 1 just a couple seconds later. And Century offside.
Assist on the goal was number 9, Caleb Johnson. Top goal, 8:58 loose. And Johnson at 8:58.
8:58 the time of the goal. Just 16 seconds apart on those tallies. Easton Mose gets the goal. Caleb Johnson with the assist. Popped into the Legacy zone by Century. Played by Mitzel. Tries to carry it out with Brubachen hanging on him. Now it's scrummed up on the near side boards with 7:20 and counting to play here, period number 2. Mitzel behind the net. Charlie Vig has a stick on it. Tries to center it out to Lentz. Lentz whacking at it. Miller will cover that up. We gotta like the effort by Century. You mentioned the power play. Terrible on the first power play. Really good on the second power play. Then 16 seconds later, Legacy has the lead right back.
Yeah, I mean, I think you harp on your guys all year long. You know, that you get that equalizer, and that next shift is that biggest shift of the game. And you know, you can keep your momentum, and you can build and build and build. And I mean, we saw the scenario there where you lose that momentum in that next shift, and that's one of those shifts where it's got to be, you got to get it back down deep, and you got to get back to work and try and establish that momentum, and those are crucial points in the game.
Quick shot off the draw by Charlie Vig. Trying to go up over the catcher's mitt of Tyler Miller, and he was up to the task. 14 shots for Legacy, 13 for Century tonight. It's been a hard-fought, close hockey match. Strider McMahon. Oh, it pops right on the stick of Marcus Butts. Sends it over to Beasley, right in front to McMahon, and he got tangled up. Butts has it, and his wrister flies high. Butts and McMahon in there digging. McMahon belted off the puck. Vig has it. Too tall for Brubachen. Legacy sends it right back in. Oh, now a turnover. And here comes Beasley. Shoot. Oh, that's a blocker save for Hoyt Jubel. Beasley from the dot just about made it 3-1. Hoon will hold it in. His shot blocked. Glove down by Charlie Vig. And that puck was tipped. In case you're wondering why that wasn't icing. Anderson misfires on an outlet. Gets it up ahead to Mose. Johnson might have been offsides. He was. Legacy tags up. Now Anderson comes in. Century's Freeling loses his wand. Anderson at the line. Shot high and wide. Back comes Ronas. Gets it up ahead to Leduc. Check that. That's Johnson. Johnson now to Freeling. Freeling to Bryson Hansen. Shot from the point by Sorensen. Rebound. Century looking for a chance in the slot. Johnson to Freeling. Back to Johnson. Back to the line. Melander lost his time and space quickly. Century sends it right back in. First action of the night for Heath Frickman. Forward for Century, the junior. Check that, the sophomore. As we're under 5 to play here, period number 2. Anderson gets that one past Ritter, and it's going to be icing. Icing tonight brought to you by Prestwich Orthodontics, specializing in braces and Invisalign for all ages. 0% financing, free consultations. You can enjoy professional treatment in a fun, relaxed atmosphere. Check them out at minotbraces.com. (2-1) Sabres on top on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Century looking for Leduc out front. He has it now on the far wall. Wrigley Astle down deep. Patriots try to cycle it to Frickman. He's banged off the puck. Leduc stood up. Now out front. Gabe Dawson sends a wrist shot floating high and wide. Dawson will hold it in. Braxton Hager plays it for Legacy. Tied up on the wall. Patriots and Legacy scrumming. Hager knocks it out to center to Ben Garley, who just chips it in. Gabe Dawson back to play it. He's bodied off the puck. Charlie Vig steers it to Brubachen. Brubachen always skates around Hoon, and Brubachen's shot is tipped. Now he sends one near the goalie Miller. Vig has it over to Brubachen. Brubachen looking backside to Vig. Shoot! Oh! We're going to get a Ryan Family Dealership replay on that one. That could have been the save of the year right there for Tyler Miller.
That was a big-time save.
Charlie Vig on the back door. Just about tied this baby up. Century's buzzing a little bit here, though. Patriots lose possession. Hoon looking up ahead to Beasley. Brubachen back for Century. Beasley walled off. Century back to Melander. Dietrich out to Dawson Lentz. Ooh, almost a turnover under the stick of Beasley. Century. Oh, big hit there. Oh, too big of a hit. Drew Beasley had that look like, come on. Here's a Ryan Family Dealership replay. Let's see if we can get that save by Tyler Miller a moment ago as Century gloved down by Vig, sent cross ice. Lentz now sends it back to Vig, and Oh, baby. That was a save by Tyler Miller.
I feel like the game's opened up a little bit here in the last 10 minutes. There's been some good scoring chances both ways here.
Better than the first 7 minutes of the game?
Yeah.
Yeah. Century rips a shot. Ben Leduc. There's Century on the power play. Beasley goes off. 2 minutes for slashing. And now you got an injured Legacy Sabre down. And that's Joel Anderson. And that's a place where Legacy's not very deep tonight. They're already missing Jamison Johnson. They brought in Jaden Esslinger. And now Anderson's down, having to give some assistance to come up as it's the timeout that isn't the timeout, an injury stoppage here. As we can tell you that tonight's game brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. 25 years experience as your heating and air experts. You can find them online at northern-plains.com. Minor after the game, we'll have our planning team financial advisor Shots Crossroads postgame show. Shots Crossroads, your postgame headquarters. You can order online at shotscrossroads.com. And planning team financial advisors, helping clients work towards financial freedom. Well, Joel Anderson not putting a lot of weight on that leg. Hopefully that's just one of those where he just banged into the end wall and nothing more substantial than that. Century with 1:52 left on the man advantage. Well, the advantage of that little bit of an injury timeout is Century's going to pretty much get their power play. You know, I guess Legacy's going to counter with their best PK unit because it's almost like a timeout. Sent around the wall by Braxton Hager. Century keeps it in with Lentz. Dawson will patrol. Hoon tried to stick it out of there. Vig holds it in. Lentz plays it. Up ahead to Freeling. Nope, that's Melander, I beg your pardon. Dietrich comes out to the line to Vig. Charlie sends it over to Brubakken. Brubakken back to Vig. Vig, pass tipped, not out. Kept in. Melander, now it's popped off his stick. Now you got to be careful. That could have been a developing 2-on-1. Here comes Isaac Lewis, shoot, save. Short-handed save there for Hoyt Ubel. Well, here's a turns into this. Century got tea-kettled. Melander goes down, and here comes Isaac Lewis carrying in and tried to beat Hoyt Ubel on the blocker side. Hoyt smothered that up. A shorthanded chance for the Sabres. Deshane rips a shot, rebound, score! Shot from the point got deflected. Easton Mose just tallied his second of the night. Looked harmless enough from the point.
Hit Marcus Butts right in the chest and went right to him on the back door. On the PK, nonetheless.
Yeah, shorthanded. Now you got the tail end of it on your Ryan Family Dealership replay there as Easton Mose just gave Legacy a 2-goal lead. Marcus Butts gets an assist off his face mask. Century still with the man advantage for another half a minute. Legacy just put a shorthanded tally on the board. Mose from Deshane and Butts. Brubakken gets tangled up. Strider McMahon comes out of there with Gavin Mitzel. Legacy shorthanded, but they got numbers. Firing a shot. Sabres. Hoyt Ubel corralled that one after that Mitzel shot. Hoon will rifle one right back in. Well, Century looked for a quick outlet to Ronas. Sabres are now back to full strength. Well, Century's 1 for 3 on the power play. The one looked great. The other two, not so much, including giving up a shorty. Held in by Aiden Johnson. Uh-oh, here comes a 2-on-1. Beasley sends it over. Oh, a little saucer pass. Strider McMahon couldn't get a stick on it. Now it's back, and there's going to be a trip coming, yep. As Century touches it up, but Beasley got tangled up, and Century's going to go back into the box. Got a little extracurricular stuff going on at the end of that. Well, this is danger time here. I know you only got 20 seconds left in the period, but
plenty of time, that's for sure.
Plenty of time.
Be a big goal. Momentum, separation.
Butts, Beasley, Hoon. Out there with Strider McMahon and Isaac Lewis. No, check that. That's Easton Mose. Beasley back to Mose. Mose sends it. And Hoon, oh, whistles one high. Under 10 to play in the period. Beasley comes over to Butts. Butts cross ice. Hoon, oh, whistles it wide. Rebound shot blocked. And behind the goal line. Play will end here in the second period. And it was a big second stanza for the Legacy Sabres. They get 2 goals from Easton Mose, and the Sabres will have the power play. What's going on? Everybody's just kind of loitering.
waiting for a Donnybrook to break out.
What's I was about ready to give a little recap here, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, like, what are we doing? I've never seen that before, but anyway, well, everybody's going to skate off and get regrouped, and we'll come back with our Magic Towing intermission report. Easton Mose tallies it twice. Andrew Brubachen has a goal for Century in that third period, but Legacy leads 3-1 after 2 periods of play. Magic Towing intermission report comes up next here on the PSP Network.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about Magic Towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold up! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Name it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
And finally, Agent Smith. He's in charge of restoring your property to its original state.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
WDA Hockey back on the air. Second intermission. Legacy leading Century 3-1. We'll get to the numbers in just a second. Intermission brought to you by Magic Towing. Remember the number and call Magic Towing when you need a tow. No job too big or too small. It's Magic Towing. Put this number in your phone right now. 701-509-4011. It's Magic Towing, serving Western North Dakota. Well, that period had a little bit of everything. 3 goals, had some hits, had some power plays, had some good power plays, had a potential move of the game in a power play, but then you had some power plays that you're not going to want to watch back on that replay of the PSP network later on when you get home tonight. But hey, Legacy, they came out that second period and they played some hockey.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like the game opened up a little bit, but yeah, I mean, it just the first period. And sometimes, I don't know, you get these games and a lot of nerves and everything that goes on with being a big rivalry game. And, it almost felt like neither team really wanted to make a mistake early on. And I think the second period you kind of seen it open up and we've seen some nice plays happen and some entertainment. I think that was if you take the first period and look at that period compared to the second, 2 totally different really styles from everything. I mean, it was grade A chances on both ends. Like you said, a couple good power plays. I mean, Legacy's got a huge opportunity coming out of this second intermission here to really create separation in a 3-1 game. So kind of see where this goes, but I think that's something you got to reiterate in the locker room is that you had a good second, and everybody says it's the worst lead in hockey is the 2-goal lead. So you have a golden opportunity with 1:39 here on the power play to come out and extend that lead.
Well, and this is almost against the trend here. Century giving up 4.8 goals a night. Legacy's been giving up 5.9 goals a night. So, something has changed tonight for Legacy, keeping the puck out of the back of the nets. And some of that has to do with Tyler Miller, but they've just kind of negated a little bit of what Century likes to do tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, he has made, if he made the save in the first period, he definitely made the save in the second period. I mean, those are two that as a goaltender, I think you want to stop the ones that you're supposed to, and you want to steal a couple. And to me, that I definitely know he got the one here in the second period. I mean, that's a big time save. I mean, you look at it, I think that would have tied it at 2. So when you go back, it's definitely one to think about.
Well, indeed. I'm glad you mentioned that, because here is that save that Tyler Miller made in that second period. As give you a Magic Towing highlight report here. Is Vig sends it cross ice to Lentz. Now watch Charlie Vig. He gets right to the doorstep, and bang, there comes Miller across with the blocker. I mean, that's
the right guy you want in the back door.
Well, yeah, exactly. Give you one more look at that Magic Towing highlight here. Is Charlie Vig just denied and stonewalled there. Nice play by Tyler Miller. All right, fans, here's a quick look at our upcoming schedule. As you got basketball going on tonight up in the Magic City. Williston, the Coyotes in town. Century and Legacy. We'll get you a BNC Bank scoreboard update here. We also got Minot and Bismarck tangling in hockey tonight. Dickinson and Legacy, boys and girls doubleheader in basketball on Thursday night, and then girls basketball Jamestown at Minot on Friday night. All right, let's see how fast I can get to that scoreboard update here and see if it's being updated. Sometimes we pull off the live look-ins even. We got that capability, yeah.
No,
not tonight.
No, we don't.
That's all right. End of two, second intermission. Minot now leads 4-0 over Bismarck. So that game was zip at the end of one, and now Minot's looking to get the 3 points tonight up in the Magic City. All right, we'll take a short time out here. We'll come back with more of our Magic Towing intermission report. When you need a tow, there's no job too big or too small. Magic Towing, serving Western North Dakota. They bring you our intermissions on all of our PSP network broadcasts. 3-1 Legacy on top of Central. We'll come back with the numbers after this break on the PSP network.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about Magic Towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
We've changed our name, but we haven't changed the DNA of who we are. We still offer the best product at the best price with the same people. For over 25 years, we've been your only choice for tires in the local area, providing all major brands under one roof at a fair price for your family's budget. Plus that excellent service after the sale with free rotations, free alignment check, free flat repairs with our exclusive Plus plan. That tradition continues today. Looking for tires you can trust? Choose us. Trusted Tire and Auto.
Todd Domres, Lane Sedevy back at the VFW. Legacy on top 3-1 in our second intermission. Legacy gets 2 goals from Easton Mose in that second period. Drew Beasley had the tally in the first stanza. Legacy gave up that goal to Andrew Brubachen, Century's lone goal of the night for number 17, Andrew Brubachen. Legacy leads 3-1 on your BNC Bank scoreboard here in our Magic Towing intermission report. Serving Western North Dakota, you can call them now at 701-509-4011. Magic Towing, no job too big or too small. All right, while we have a second here, Lane, I got a chance to get over today and take a look at the construction activity going on in the third rink here at the VFW, the H.A. Thompson wing. Man, there is a lot of concrete work going on over there. Last time I took a video of this a couple weeks ago, the compressors and everything were going in, and now they got the mechanized trowels, and there's a guy with the hand trowels, and I mean there's a pile of concrete work going on over there in that rink right now.
Yeah, so they started pouring at 4 o'clock yesterday, and it's got to be a continuous pour. So it's I think it took close to 24 hours. I know I was getting Snapchats from my uncle at 4 in the morning this morning, and they were a little over halfway done, and it's something it's not an easy thing to do. Everybody's like, you look at this floor got redone in here a couple years ago, and it's obviously it's time consuming, and the right people have to be in to do it. And I think if you look at these nets have basically pro pegs in them, and that's something that they put in the floor, and there's a lot of variables. I don't know if they, did that in VFW 3. We don't have that in 2, but yeah, that's a big part of that. I don't want to say the outside walls aren't a big thing, but that is the most important part, is obviously what's underneath that concrete with how your system runs, and the pour of the concrete is very important.
And hey, you've been around hockey your entire life in this community. I mean, just getting that extra rink over there is going to relieve a little bit of pressure here in the capital city for ice time.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where we have 750 kids in our youth program now, and it's grown to be. You don't want to say too big, but we need ice, and that's something that I don't think it's going to solve all the problems, but it's definitely going to help. That's for sure.
Yeah, and it's coming along fast. Like I said, compressors a couple weeks ago. Now the concrete's going in. It ain't going to be long, and they're going to start putting things in place. And yeah, there'll be kids skating on that in a while.
Yeah, it can't be soon enough.
Yeah, exactly. All right, fans, that's our Magic Towing intermission report here as 3-1. Legacy leads the Century Patriots. Here's the numbers from the second period, brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. Their commitment and respect to their customers is as strong today as it was 50 years ago. Experience the difference when you visit one of their 5 locations in Minot and Williston. Shop online or visit them or shop online at driveryan.com. Legacy leads 3-1. Sabres outshoot the Patriots 19-15. Hoyt Jubel has 16 saves. Tyler Miller with 14 saves. Century, 1 really good power play, 2 not so good ones. Legacy 0 of 1 on the power play, and oh, by the way, they got 1:39 left on their second power play of the night, which could be a huge turning point here as we turn our attention to period number 3. Thanks to Magic Towing for bringing you our second intermission. We'll drop the puck in period 3 after this break on the PSP Network. On your BNC Bank scoreboard, Legacy 3, Century 1.
For a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Two teams have made their way back on the ice. Legacy, as mentioned, will be on the man advantage here for 1:39. Now, you talk about turning points. This is going to be a turning point in the game. Century can kill this off. That might give them some momentum, but man, if Legacy puts one in the back of the net here, it's going to be an uphill climb. And Legacy will be in cruise control. Brubach and Veg, Leduc and Ritter out there on the PK for the Patriots. They're in red tonight. We're going to let the ice set up a little bit more, it looks like. And while they do, let's remind you that tonight's game brought to you by Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Find them online at rogerwardmovingandstorage.com to schedule a move or find a quote, rogerwardmovingandstorage.com. Well, I know you kind of see still a little...
Yeah, it hasn't really set up yet.
Still a little sweat on there. As got to let that take care of itself. Coach Peluso and I were talking about that. I mentioned that the way he described being on the ice and trying to play before they just set up, it's kind of like you'll be going along, all of a sudden it'll be like Velcro will grab the puck. It'll just stop in its tracks.
And I think that's a big key here with this power play is they aren't going to be able to probably wait as long as they want to have the ice, but you got to be careful with the puck, especially on a breakout. You don't want to lose that puck and obviously give up a shorty here. But so I think you got to be extra careful. You got to take care of it and realize if there is some bad spots to it's almost the unpredictable. You can't. It's like everything looks great. You're going up the ice. Next thing you know, it just stops, and you're like, I forgot the mail.
I made the comment. I said in the old days, we got to play a lot of games at the Bismarck Civic Center back then. Now the Bismarck Event Center. They used to have that old floor that had dead spots.
Yeah. And
so you'd be dribbling along, and all of a sudden and the ball wouldn't come back up. It'd just stick to the floor almost. And Mike goes, hey, that makes a lot of sense. That's actually kind of what it's like skating out there. It's just a dead spot. It just gets sucked up by that moisture. All right, fans, here's the upcoming calendar on the PSP Network. Thursday, we got girls and boys basketball. Dickinson at Legacy. At Legacy. The Midgets are in town to take on the Sabres. And on Friday, we got girls basketball Jamestown at Minot to take on the Midgets. And then we'll turn our attention to the holidays. And next week, we'll have wall-to-wall coverage of the Mandan Holiday Tournament. Be sure to like and follow us on our PSP social media channels of Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to check out and learn about all the ways that we like to promote local athletes here on the PSP Network. Minor after the game, as part of our post game, we'll have our player of the game brought to you by Sport Clips. Keep you looking your best. They can check in online with a hairstylist today at sportclips.com. And we'll also have our move of the game brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. They can help you move across town or across the country. Locations in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Find them online at jobberswarehouse.com. Yeah, what's a guy like Hoyt Jubel thinking right now? I mean, they're down a man for 1:39, so he's kind of just off there in the corner doing his thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You try and stay loose, try and stay obviously engaged, but sometimes these delays are tough. I think you see it in all sports, whether it's an injury delay or whatever it is. There's variables that you can't control, and just got to make sure you stay engaged.
And this isn't anything new for these guys. I mean, everybody's been through this before.
Yeah.
This is old hat. Well, in case you missed it earlier, we were offering Christmas pleasantries to everyone. And we did get some B-roll today from the Shimoleski Christmas Corner. There, you had the kids over there?
Yep. Oh yeah.
I think everybody has, right?
Yeah,
that's quite a place.
My daughter loves that place.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Domres kids have been over to that joint. Get some hot chocolate, check it out. They were going to shut that thing down a few years ago.
How many lights think it is?
Hundreds of thousands.
There's a few.
Oh yeah, there's a pile. And you can go check that out on 23rd Street, just off a divide in Northeast Bismarck. As we like to give you the sights and the sounds and the feels around town here on the PSP Network. Man, they got the squeegees out and everything. It looks like it's starting to set up though, so. Now they both, suppose the officials just came over and said, all right guys, get out there and skate a little bit, right? Don't need everybody sitting on the bench for 5 minutes, 5 extra minutes. Now let's see if we can give you a scoreboard update up from Minot tonight.
What do you got there? With app?
Oh, it's ND score feed, so you can go hockey, you can go basketball, you can go volleyball, you can go football, and you can go boys and girls, and people just update those things. So still in the second intermission, Minot's on top of the Demons tonight, 4-0 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Couple scores out east. Central on top of North, 3-0. And it looks like we are ready for hockey. Legacy with the man advantage. 136 on that power play for the Sabres as McMahon dumps it in. Mose has a couple goals tonight. He plays it on the near side wall. Comes up top to Beasley. Beasley will get it to Butts and a one-timer. Oh, a drive. Handled by Jubel. Brubakken tries to chop it out. Vig couldn't get a stick on it. Minute on the man advantage. Butts, tipped away, not out. Butts has it back, now to Beasley. Beasley steps in off a skate. Mose pushes to the corner. Out to Hoon. Elliott sends it back. Now a centering pass. Oh, got his stick lifted with Strider McMahon. Oh, there's a high shot. Beasley gloved up by Hoyt Jubel. On the back door, here's Elliott Hoon. Back to the line to Butts. Legacy with a couple good chances here on the man advantage. Down deep, stepping in, short angle shot. Mose denied. Good job of walling that up there by Hoyt Jubel. 20 seconds on the man advantage. Beasley from the right dot. Oh, tried to back post. And Mose was tangled up. Hoon, Beasley fires. And a rebound cleared out of there by Century. Good action by Legacy.
Good movement. Had some good chances.
And that will extinguish the penalty time. Century back to full strength. Isaac Lewis sends it out to Vasey. Caleb Johnson charging in. Lentz carries out for the Patriots. They misfire on the outlet to Johnson. Freeling gets a stick on it. Well, now you're going to see Century start to take some chances. Down by a couple here in the third period. Dietrich Melander to Johnson. Taken away by Johnson. And now a shot by Joel Anderson. Gavin Mitzel closing in. And we got to stop and play. What are we doing?
I think they blew it down because his helmet came undone, but I'm...
Lost a lid?
Yeah.
That might have been Isaac Lewis. It's never a good thing when you get dislodged from your lid.
Well, yeah. I mean,
safety issue.
Yeah. I believe that was a call.
Legacy all of a sudden is outshot the Patriots 22-15. Ronas. Here comes Leduc. Centering pass, shoot! Oh, just over the net. Ronas sent back in front. Oh, Ronas tried to go top shelf. Miller is a stone wall back there for Legacy. Now out to center. Century's got to tag up as Ronas had a couple good looks there. He was camped on the doorstep with nobody around him. Beasley back over to Mitzel. Vig on the forecheck. Mitzel evades him, goes cross ice. Strider McMahon bumped off the puck by Brubakken. Gabe Dawson over to Ritter. Now off the wall, and it caroms around Brubakken. Vig will send it back to Ritter. Ritter will carry in, and Century is offside. Offside tonight brought to you by Prestwich Orthodontics. 0% financing, free consultations, virtual in-office. Enjoy professional treatment in a fun, relaxed atmosphere. You can check them out at minotbraces.com. Tonight's game also brought to you in part by Minot State. Be seen, be heard, be you. Neutral zone draw. Here comes Century. Carrying in. Redirected shot. Melander's going to try to send one on net. That's blocked wide. Joel Anderson collects and turns it back for Legacy. He's tripped up. No arms in the air. Century will hold it in as Ben Garley pops it off the wall. Kept in play by Johnson of Century. And now it hits somebody on the Century or the Legacy bench, I believe. Yeah, that power play, Legacy just tallied up some shots here. And they had about 3, 4, 5 chances on there, and now the shots have tilted in favor of the Sabres.
Big save by Tyler Miller, too, to keep it a 3-1 game right after that.
Legacy wins an important draw on their own end. Kept in by Wrigley Astle. Ronas hit up at the line, and now Caleb Johnson trying to toe the line, couldn't do it. He's offside, and will come out to center once again. The other thing, Legacy's done a nice job of tonight, having that last change. They've matched up pretty well tonight and kept Century's big line settled down here. That's the last change advantage, right?
Yes, it is. It's a big key.
Vig gets kicked off the circle. Ritter wins the draw, back to Vig. Vig wins a little puck battle on the far wall. Sends it in deep. Brubakken chasing. Hoon gets it out of there. And it's going to roll down on its end. And it'll be an icing. Brought to you tonight by Ryan Family Dealerships. You can shop their entire inventory at driveryan.com. They've been doing it for 50 years. They're a trusted name for car buyers in western North Dakota. Visit one of their 5 locations in Minot and Williston. Well, Legacy's been winning draws, and they get possession. Up to McMahon, couldn't get it to Beasley. Cranked out of there by the Patriots. The Vig-Lentz line will come off. Century comes flying in. Little hip check there. Bryson Anderson took a good chunk of that puck. And now it's going to be covered up by Hoyt Jubel. Kaysen Hagerot got in there a moment for the Patriots. That's the Coach Olsen tonight gave me 3 lines and 2 numbers. And he said, I'm going to figure the rest of them out on the fly. So we just saw Kaysen Hagerot get into the action for the Patriots, and I'm sure we might see some more guys cycling through here in the final stanza. He's been running about 3 lines and change with a couple extra forwards. Leduc couldn't get it up ahead to Ronas, who was slapping for it. It's sent in by Leduc. Astle on the chase. Comes out to Ronas. Nice pass to Leduc. Shot, rebound, no. Still in the slot, but Century no sticks on it. Out to the line. Went right through the wickets of Gabe Dawson. Ritter has it. He slams on the brakes. Gets around Hoon. Astle has it. Sent in by Leduc. 11:25 and counting to play here. Period number 3. Legacy on top 3-1 on that BNC Bank scoreboard. Vasey will play it. Nudged along. Johnson couldn't get it. Vig ran by it. And now Vasey comes in. Lucas Vasey sends it in deep to Garley. Century on the boards has it to Lentz. Sorensen will backhand it up to Brubakken. Brubakken tries to go cross ice to Lentz. Almost tipped to Vig. Legacy escapes the zone. Tape to tape. Here comes Legacy. Strider McMahon ushers it in. Now he'll come in on the chase. Bodied up there by Melander. And now we got a shutdown here in the corner. McMahon almost comes out of there with it. Instead, Bryson Hansen exits the zone, but he couldn't hit an outlet to Brubakken. Sent right back in by Legacy. Settled down by Jubel. Now Century gets it over to Hansen. Oh, he almost got a little high school hideout. Freeling, low shot right in the 5-hole, and Tyler Miller one more time. That's my new term for a, a cherry picker.
High school hideout.
High school hideout.
That's good. That's good.
I said to Mike, because he had the same reaction when I used that. He's like, he goes, I go, well, what do you call it? He says, suck hole cherry picker.
Yeah.
Legacy up by a couple. Century pressing the issue, trying to get back within one. Intercepted there by Hoon. Ritter back. Off to Freeling. He's bodied up by Isaac Lewis. Out to the line. Hoon still has it. And Hoon will bring it right back in. In the Century zone, Ewell settles that down. Sabres off on a change, near side wall, and a return for Century. Tapped back in by Hoon. Asto and Ronas will join the fray. And that's a stalemate in that near side corner. Century comes out of there with it. Ben Leduc. He's got Ritter and Ronas with him. Oh, sharp angle shot. Another save for Tyler Miller. Came out and closed down the angle, did Miller, and an icing tonight brought to you by Planet Pizza. Your mouth and belly will thank you. You can call them now at 701-852-1700 Planet Pizza, serving the Magic City for over 25 years. Well, the shot's getting closer, but Century hasn't got one past Tyler Miller. Brubachen steps in off the draw. Goes wide on the shot. Butts coming back with Beasley. Marcus Butts carries in. Butts closing in on 100 points in his career. Gets it off to Joel Anderson. Anderson shoots, score! Joel Anderson from the far wall. A low wrister found the back of the net. And Legacy leads by 3. Here's a Ryan Family Dealership replay as from that spot, Anderson just ripped. And I mean, you're the goalie, right? From that angle, that'd be a bad goal to give up, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just one of those maybe caught him off guard. I mean, it looked like a harmless play, and next thing you know, it's in the back of the net.
Assistant number 15, Marcus Butts. Time to goal, 8:15, Anderson Butts at
8:15, the time of the goal. You heard the official announcement there. Joel Anderson has the tally. His 3rd goal of the season. Marcus Butts has his 2nd assist tonight. 8:15, Legacy leads 4-1 over Century. Centered out front, shot, rebound on the doorstep. Oh, man. Brubachen couldn't get a stick on it as he had an entire net. The original shot, as we'll get a Ryan Family Dealership replay, was by Hayden Eckert. As we'll let this thing cycle down to the other end as your Ryan Family Dealership tonight, replay tonight, as Brubachen gets it over to Vig. And then it got sent across, so we're going to jump out of this as we're back in live action. As we'll get to that, back to that Ryan Family Dealership replay in just a moment. It was a good initial save by Miller, and then Brubachen had a net, just couldn't get a stick on it. And Century going to whistle for icing as Frickman couldn't get a stick on that. .7:42 to play in the contest. Legacy has scored 3 unanswered. Century had tied it up. Legacy answered 16 seconds later, and the Sabres have not looked back. Oh, and here comes Freeling. He's got Johnson hustling with him. Oh, good stick there. Esslinger Nice play for the Sabres. Looked like that might have been a developing 2-on-1 for the Patriots as Freeling had it poke checked away. Now the other Aiden Johnson is on for Century. Got 2 kids named Aiden Johnson.
Really?
Yep. One's A.N. and one's E.N. And Tyler Miller smothers up another.
Oh boy.
Oh. The Sabres and the Patriots, folks. Well, they played 4 times last year. They split those 4. Is these going to be coincidentals, or is somebody from Century the only guy going off?
No, I think Tyler Miller is going to get a rough. There was a blocker throw in there that was pretty good, so that would be my guess. Little Ron Hextall.
You sound like you've deployed that blocker before in that fashion.
Yep. not what you're supposed to do.
Yep. Looks like coincidentals is, I believe that's Bryson Hampson off for Century, and you got somebody serving a penalty for Tyler Miller, I believe. And so the coincidentals were still 5-on-5. Gavin Mitzel plays in. Century comes in. Here comes Leduc. Shoot! Save! Yep, Bryson Hanson, 2 minutes for roughing, and along with Tyler Miller, 2 minutes for roughing. There's a Ryan Family Dealership replay. Ben Leduc, nice play at center, and then he had some speed coming in. And there's Tyler Miller, coming out of the blue paint. Another nice save for Miller tonight. 20 saves on the night for the All-Stater Tyler Miller. Caleb Johnson sends it in. Easton Mose battling. Him and Ritter go down. Ritter pops back up behind the net, centered out front. Legacy couldn't get a stick on it. Hoon over to Braxton Hager, his shot blocked. Now Century couldn't push it ahead. Instead, it goes into the Century bench. And with 6:22 to play in the contest, we'll have a neutral zone draw here. Legacy with goals tonight by Drew Beasley. 2 for Easton Mose. And the 4th tally tonight for the Sabres, Joel Anderson. Century has the draw. Sent in by Johnson. Got both Aiden Johnsons out there. Century has to retreat now with Hayden Ritter. Leaves it for Gabe Dawson. Dawson to Johnson. Rifled right back in by Gavin Mitz. I had to look at his stick. I thought it sounded like it broke. Dawson will pirouette. Gets it off to Ty Backus. Out to the line to Mitzel. Low shot. Steered to the corner by Ubel. Vasey will play it. Nudged along by Freeling. Cross ice for Leduc. Leduc comes in with Aiden Johnson. Leduc carries in. Backhand shoot. Ooh, just wide. Couldn't tell if Miller got a piece of that with the blocker, but it ended up behind the net. Strider McMahon got it tangled up in his skates. 5:20 to play. Ritter banging his stick down like he wanted that quick outlet. Check that was Ronas, I beg your pardon. A good stick there. Sorensen gets it in deep. Shoot by Caden Ronas. Out to the line to Eckert. Back to Ronas. Wrigley Astle. Oh, you run into Braxton Hager, you're gonna know about it. That guy is a big fella. Carrying back is McMahon. He's knocked off the puck. Eckert Gets it up ahead to Ronas, and it's going to be icing as he was inside the center line.
Do you put your goalie soon?
I would.
What do you have to lose?
I mean, nothing, right?
Get an offensive zone draw, you call a timeout and yank him. And
how long ago would Dean Blaze have pulled him?
Probably at the 5-minute mark. Same with Patrick Waugh.
Each coach does that a little differently. So you got to kind of play your team, though, right? Would you have pulled him right there?
If it was an offensive zone draw, I think you got to look at it, yeah.
Yeah. Back down the Legacy end. Chopped out of there by Garley, and it goes right into the Sabre bench. 4-1 Legacy, 4:07 to play in the contest. 24-22, Legacy enjoys the shot advantage on tonight's BNC Bank scoreboard. We have Aaron Wald and John Haugen running the cameras for us tonight. Todd Domres, Lane Sedevy. Third period action. Century wins the draw. Nylander sends it into the corner. Bryson Hansen plays it. Freeling. Brubachen, low shot, redirected. Nylander tries to hold the zone, couldn't do it. Nylander finds some open ice. Hoon off the glass. And now you get Miller chasing in. Brubachen lost the stick. Garley plays it. Hansen had a stick on it. Taken away by Ben Garley. Tried to center it out front, right in the doorstep. Oh, now you got bodies tangled up. Legacy couldn't get a stick on that at all as it went harmlessly through the slot. Hoon just drops one in. Century's Leduc gets bodied, but here comes Ronas. Oh, good stick. Ronas leaves it for Astle. Oh, another save by Tyler Miller. Now he closes up the near side post. Man, if this thing ends up 4-1, I mean, you got Easton Mose with a couple goals tonight, but Tyler Miller has been really good tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's leaning that way. 2 or 3 huge saves that are, one on a game tire and really some momentum. Hasn't really allowed Century to really get back in the game, and a lot of it's because of him.
Strider McMahon gets it up ahead to Beasley. Beasley using the ref as a little interference. Ooh, that puck was on net. Hoyt Jubel got a piece of that with his catcher's mitt as Beasley was going top corner. That thing catches the twine from our vantage point, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it does.
Eckert. That's the freshman Hayden Eckert. Comes back to Dawson. Oh, that pass intercepted. Easton Mose looking for the hat trick. Oh, shot wide. Kept in by Caleb Johnson. Oh, loose in front. Whacking at it was Isaac Lewis. Mose just going to pin it up on the wall. Might as well, right? This stalemate scrum. Burn off some precious seconds when you're leading by 3. Century. Frickman, I beg your pardon, sends it down. Johnson bodied up by Vig. Ritter into the skates of Charlie Vig. Century comes flying back. Brubachen bodied off the puck by Braxton Hager. And Legacy's going to ice it down. Well, you think the Sabres have had a week to think about an 8-2 loss to the Minot Magicians?
Yeah, I mean, that definitely, I don't think anybody thought that was going to be the score, that's for sure. I mean, I think people thought it was going to be a close game and probably had Legacy maybe even coming out on top. But that's why you play the game and you never know.
Yeah, that thing just snowballed on the Sabres, but man, sometimes an early season loss like that isn't necessarily a bad thing.
It's exactly what I told him. Went in so we share coach's office with them in the morning, and I said, hey, sun came up today. It happens, and you know it's not always a bad thing. You get punched in the mouth, and you know, to me it's a lot of times with teams, it's how they handle success and how they build and develop, and you know, there's ups and downs and there's adversity throughout the course of a season. And I think that's, you know, sometimes it's not what you want, but it's what a team needs to get them back on track and motivate them. And when you're in the moment, it's really hard to think that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you won 5 straight, and then you go and kind of lay an egg like that. But hey, at the end of the day, it's still December, and you know, as coaching, sometimes it's easier to get the boys' attention after a loss.
Yeah, I mean, it's all right. Here we go. We got to get back to work, and now you realize that you got to show up every night, and it doesn't matter who you play, and you got to play for the whole time on the clock.
Century hasn't pulled Hoyt Jubel after that Patriot timeout. Legacy come back in with Strider McMahon. Butts in there. Just going to pin it up against the boards. Now Butts has it at the doorstep, tries to center it out front to Beasley. Century up to the task there is Brubachen. Here comes Charlie Vig off his skates. Wrapped right back out by Legacy. Back to Vig. Charlie will come in, toe drag around, shoot, oh, just wide. Sent back down behind the net. 1 minute to play, third period. Dawson Lentz. Vasey kept in there by Century's Backus. Try to center it to Brubachen. Legacy gets it over to Beasley. 40 seconds to play. Looks like the Legacy Sabres going to have a share of first place in the WDA after tonight's contest. There's a whistling shot there by Easton Mose. He's still looking for that Hattie.
Yeah, he is. I don't blame him.
He's putting pucks on net right now, folks. You might as well, as we're down to 20 seconds to play. Century gets it out to Frickman. He bodies up Hoon. Ritter tried to get it over to Eckert. And we're down to 4, down to 3, down to 2, and this one has gone final. Stay tuned. Our planning team financial advisors, Shots Crossroads post-game show comes up next. A big early season W for the Legacy Sabres tonight. They had a week to think about that disappointing loss to the Minot Magicians, and they came back and played very well tonight. Legacy Century came out, really played well the first 5-6 minutes of the hockey match, but after that, man, it was a lot of good stuff for the Sabres tonight. Planning team financial advisor Shots Crossroads postgame comes up next. A final score on your BNC National Bank scoreboard. It's Legacy 4, Century 1. Postgame next on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day. This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of Finrun Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.
Now back in our post game is that's a cool scene right there. We had that while we were in our break, getting our post game all configured here in the cockpit. Two teams sharing a little prayer. Center ice following the game. Good vision of sportsmanship right there. Good job by our camera operators tonight. John Haugen catching that clip for you here on the PSP Network. Legacy, nice victory tonight. Sabres came to play. Century skated well the first 6 or 7 minutes, but didn't get anything on the board to show for it. Quick goal by Drew Beasley, and next thing you know, it was a lot of things to like for Legacy following that.
Yeah, I mean, I think you look at too what Century tried to do with putting Ritter back on D. I wonder if that you've called Century games. I don't know what line he had been playing on up front, but they were trying to kind of stabilize their back end, and I think they probably did that because of how potent Beasley and Butts and that offense can be. So that's probably something for Troy to think about. But I think the first period it was. It's funny how that goes sometimes. You feel like you play really well and you still find yourself down 1-0. But I think Century was the better team in the first, and they're still down 1-0. But it seemed like after that the last two frames, I think it was she started to slide the way of the Legacy Sabres.
It's our Planning Team Financial Advisors, Shots Crossroads post-game show. Planning Team Financial Advisor, whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Financial Advisors here to help you work towards achieving your financial goals. You can visit them online at planningteam.com. And Shots Crossroads. Get filled up on their delicious menu that includes the famous 99. Order online at shotscrossroads.com. Team buses are always welcome. A couple things to take care of here in our postgame. Hey, the good thing is we're the last ones to leave usually, but instead of, if we wouldn't be, we'd be in a lineup of cars right now trying to leave the VFW parking lot.
Well, my car's, I got here at like 6:30. I'm out by the softball fields.
You can always tell how big a game it is based on how close you are to the softball fields. Exactly.
I'm in no hurry.
All right, first thing we're going to do here is bring you a couple post-game highlights, as these are brought to you by Planning Team Financial Advisors, Shots Crossroads. As first one you're going to get a look at here is the goal by Joel Anderson, just from that far wall. It looks innocent enough, and he's just about high with the circle, but that was a nicely placed shot, just that low far corner of the nets, and man, Joel Anderson made it pay. And then the other one here, we went from the high school hideout to hockey's hard, as Century had a golden chance. You're going to see that the shot comes in here.
Really nice look by Charlie Vig, too.
Yeah, and then you get Eckert firing it in, and then you get Andrew Brubach, and this happens, right? I mean,
it does.
It's like you got a wide open net, and there's Brubach, and that he just couldn't find a way to get it.
In this instance, when you watch it, he wishes he was a lefty, because he's trying on his backhand. If he's a lefty, he probably taps it right in, but you can't do that real time. So, I mean, that's how hard and really how close a couple times they were to getting back in the game.
100%. 100%. There's a couple post-game highlights brought to you by Shots Crossroads Planning Team Financial Advisors. Let's take a look at the numbers. First off, brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. Legacy wins at 4-1. Sabres outshoot Century 30-23 is the final tally. Hoyt Jubel has 26 saves tonight. Tyler Miller stops 22 of the 23 shots he sees tonight. Century 1 of 3 on the power play, and Legacy 0 for 2 on the night. There's your numbers, brought to you by Ryan Family Dealership. All right, Lane, a couple things we need to take care of here. First off, our move of the game brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. They can help you move across town or across the country. Jobbers has locations in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. And tonight's Jobbers move of the game is, hey, the guy had 2 goals tonight, Easton Mose, and his first tally of the night is your Jobbers move of the game. It's a play that Legacy got in deep, won a draw, and the next thing you know, here's Easton Mose standing right in the slot, wide open, bang, he goes top shelf and beats Hoyt Jubel. And Legacy, that was their second goal of the night, but that was the one that came just 16 seconds after Century had tied the game up. And like you said at the time, you work hard to tie the game up, and then the next shift's the most important one, and Legacy proved that. And then from then on, it was all Legacy.
Yeah, I mean, I think when you have keys in the game, you don't want to give up a goal in the first really they say anywhere from the first minute or first 2 minutes of a period and the last 2 minutes of a period. But I look at that next shift after you really get back in the game. It's a game tying goal or even a go ahead goal. It's that next shift that I always tell our guys it's the most important one. And you see it. They come down. Century makes a really nice play. Ties it up 1-1, and next thing you know, before you blink, it's already 2-1 again. So those are crucial moments in a game.
As your Jobbers move the game, they don't ever lose sight of the big picture. Their efficient step-by-step approach to move management keeps everyone on the same page. Locations in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Find them online at jobberswarehouse.com. Easton Mose, a couple goals tonight. His first one is your Domres move of the game. Quick look at our upcoming schedule and a report from Minot. Final score there is Minot 7, Bismarck High zip. There's your other WDA final tonight in boys hockey. Century, of course, here falls to Legacy. The Sabres on top 4-1. Thursday night, we got Dickinson and Legacy basketball doubleheader from Hausler Gymnasium. And on Friday night, you got Jamestown at Minot. Next week, we'll have the Mandan Holiday Tournament Class B boys basketball on the air on the PSP network. All right, Lane, last thing for us. It's our MVP of the contest tonight, brought to you by Sport Clips. They keep you looking your best. And you can check in online with a hairstylist today at sportclips.com. Well, you had Marcus Butts had a couple assists tonight. Drew Beasley tallied a goal again as he's the statewide scoring leader. Easton Mose has a couple goals. But, man, hey, our guy that we profiled in the get-go that we said needed to get going for the Legacy Sabres did that and more tonight. And your MVP of the contest tonight is the goalie and the All-Stater, Tyler Miller. We could have picked about 20. Maybe 22 saves that Tyler Miller had tonight. This is a good one here as Legacy was trailing this play, and the next thing you know, you get it on the stick and boom, glove save there. Going for the far post was the Century Patriots, and Miller was good tonight.
Yeah, a lot of, really when you think about it too, like I said, it was, the one save on Charlie to not allow it to be 2-2. A lot of timely big saves, and I think that to me was really a key tonight. I felt like Century, not that they pushed really hard, but they had some good chances to really, tie the game, get it back to a one-goal game. And, I think that's where you look at your, I said it before with him and, Hoyt. They're both seniors. They played in big games, and sooner or later they're going to find their game. And obviously this is one where you can look at, the last game you get pulled. And I think that's probably one of the hardest things to do is come back and try and clear that thought process of man, how do I stop pucks again? And tonight I think Tyler feels pretty good about his game and he should, and I think that's something that he needs to build on now moving forward.
Thanks for ad-libbing there for a second there because they turned the scoreboard off and I had to manually put those things back on there real quick. So and plus, hey, I love when you get to talk about goalies, Lane, because you were one of the best in the business. And
well, the only reason I give you grief on the shutout was because I'm a goalie. If I wasn't a goalie, I wouldn't give you grief. But I think I did. I think I did get you almost speechless there.
Yeah. Well, of course, Tyler Miller would have had a shutout tonight if I wouldn't have talked about it in the first period, right? Or following the first period.
Is there basketball jinxes like that?
No, there's broadcaster jinx. Like if you could say a kid's a 99% free throw shooter, what do you think is going to happen?
Yeah.
He's missing one. Yeah. So it might be a broadcasting jinx when you say that Legacy has a shutout after one period. All right, congratulations, Tyler Miller is your MVP of the contest tonight, the senior All-State goalie. And that's brought to you by Sport Clips, home of the MVP haircut experience. They make you feel nothing like it. That MVP experience of Sport Clips, and tonight's game MVP is the senior Tyler Miller. All right, that'll put a wrap on the broadcast tonight. Hey, that was fun.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Good contest. Appreciate you stopping by, Lane. And what's the next action upcoming for the Cats?
We have 3-3 right after Christmas break against Minot. Kind of always, I think it's. For the last few years, it's been, I would say, a little bit of a tradition, and we go there for 2 and then have the New Year's Eve game. That's one of our biggest games at home. So it's been a good start, and hopefully we can keep that momentum going in the second half.
And so right now the boys are kind of give them a few days off with the families and whatnot?
Yeah, send them home. 7 months is a long time, and 60 games, and hopefully playoffs, and very well-deserved break.
All right, that'll put a wrap on it tonight. Big thanks to all our in-game sponsors, including BNC National Bank, for bringing you our scoreboard. Our pregame brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Timeouts and a lot of the numbers tonight brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. Our planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads postgame. Our intermission brought to you by Magic Towing. Sport Clips brings you our MVP tonight. That was Tyler Miller. And your move of the game, one of the goals by Easton Mose, brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. Great job by our camera operators tonight. That's John Haugen and Aaron Wald. For my partner tonight, Lane Sedeby. Todd Domres repeating your final score. Legacy wins this WDA matchup, and they get some important 3 points tonight for the Sabres as they win this one 4-1 on your BNC National Bank scoreboard. That'll do it for us. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and until next time, so long from the VFW Sports Center.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of Finrun Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.